How to transition your skincare from winter to spring. Hi, my name is Dr. Jenny Liu. I'm a board-certified dermatologist and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, as the weather warms up, we usually change our clothes, and so that also means it's time for us to switch up our skincare routine. So I'm going to be sharing with you my 5 tips to transition from the colder to warmer months. Now, if that sounds good to you, I would love it if you can give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. So what is happening with our skin as we transition from winter into spring? Well, first of all, I'm so happy that the weather is warming up. During the winter, with the cold and brutal weather, dry skin and eczema flares is literally everywhere. I struggle with that myself, and honestly, many of us do have to pare back on the frequency of use of our actives, or maybe even stop certain actives, like for example, retinoids or exfoliants, because otherwise in the winter it just gets too much and too irritating for our skin. Now, as the weather warms up with more humidity in the environment, with the weather being warmer, that usually means those that suffer from dry skin and eczema, they hopefully get a break, and also means that we're able to add back some of the actives that we were holding back before. So regular use of the tretinoin, or say if you use an exfoliant and have to pare that back during the winter, this is where in the warmer months you can kind of start adding that back into your routine regularly and not have to worry so much about getting irritated. Now, one thing with warmer weather is that oiliness do ramp up, and for many of us we actually look forward to that. Like if you have dry skin, having a little more oil protects your skin from getting dry and having those eczema flares. But for those individuals that have oily and combination skin to start, this certainly can be of a concern and a frustrating one as well. This is where making certain changes in your routine can be helpful, so that way you feel better and also your skin looks better. So I'm going to definitely be sharing some tips on these switches. The other thing with changes of season is sometimes we see dandruff flares, not just in the scalp, but also on the face, and also allergies. Like I struggle a lot when the weather changes. My allergies just ramp up. I'm blowing my nose all the time. I get itchy eyes, and those certainly aren't, say, skin specific, but the rubbing as well as the nose blowing can sometimes cause secondary, irritation on the skin that may lead to either redness around the nose from nose blowing, or say if you're scratching or rubbing your eyes a lot, that may cause like eyelid dermatitis, or even hyperpigmentation on your eyelid from the allergic reactions. Now, if you are one who struggles a lot with actual skin conditions with the change of season, like I mentioned, the dandruff or allergies or even sometimes eczema flares that can be seen, please follow up with your provider. Prescription medications can be super helpful. Certainly there's things over the counter, and if you guys are interested, I'd be happy to make a video on like skin conditions that we see with changes of season. Just let me know in the comments below. But now let's get into my top 5 tips for transition skincare. Tip number 1 is switch up your cleanser. Opt for a gentle gel or gentle foaming cleanser that may more effectively cleanse. Just like in the winter, we usually recommend a creamy cleanser that's going to help nourish your skin while you cleanse. Conversely, with more oiliness in the spring and summertime, it may make sense for you to use a gel or foaming one that may effectively cleanse, remove sebum, remove the oiliness, build up impurities, etc., and not feel like your skin doesn't feel clean afterwards. But also opt for ones that are also gentle, so that way you're not overstripping your skin barrier. For example, 2 that I really recommend that are great that get the job done without overly stripping your skin's natural oil is number 1, Neutrogena. Their Hydro Boost Gel Facial Cleanser. This is a really nice gentle gel cleanser that cleanses your skin, but has a nice formulation that also boosts your skin hydration that usually is stripped with cleansing. I love the fact that this is fragrance free, so suitable even for those with more sensitive skin. It's lightweight, it cleanses, it has this nice gentle lather, and rinses off really nicely without leaving much residue behind. Another one that I love is from CeraVe. They make awesome cleansers, and they have this cream to foam cleanser that I think is great for like more dry skin, but the foaming one is super nice if you have combination oily skin. It really cleanses well, removes impurities, sebum, and makeup fairly effectively, and also contains 3 essential ceramides, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, that's going to support your skin barrier while you're cleansing. So highly recommend if you're looking for an effective foaming yet gentle cleanser for those with oily to combination skin. Tip number 2, which I actually think is the most essential tip of all, is switch up your moisturizer. go for a lighter formulation. You know, I feel like the basics of skincare, cleansing and especially moisturizing, are really two that we should be changing with the changes of season and also with our age. I mean, these are really the core things that keep our skin barrier supported, happy, and healthy. And certainly, our skin often is a reflection of the environment. So it doesn't really make sense for us to use the same type of product all year round, just like we don't wear the same clothes unless we live in a constant environment, right? So this is one thing that I think is absolutely really important. And just like I mentioned before, for winter, we should switch to a thicker, creamier moisturizer to better support our skin barrier. Conversely, when it's warmer outside, it makes sense to switch to a lighter formulation, maybe something that's even like gel cream or gel base, so that way you're getting the hydration without feeling heavy, looking greasy, and also don't feel like you're congesting your pores, and your skin is going to feel like it's able to breathe and just look and feel better all around. Now, I mentioned so many moisturizers in the past and how to use them. I do personally feel that it is important to select two different ones. You don't need to, but I feel like for me, I love a richer, creamier formulation at night, and I still use one in the winter, springtime, where it's a little bit heavier, but definitely not as super heavy duty as I would in the winter. But for the morning, I do love something that is super lightweight, elegant, fast absorbing. That way it layers nicely under my sunscreen without contributing more shine, greasiness, or heaviness. And certainly it is a personal choice, but I do feel like, especially if you have oily combination skin, picking the right moisturizer can make a huge difference, especially during the morning. I mean, at night, many of us are sleeping, so I personally don't feel like if my skin looked shiny or it feels greasy, it's because I'm intentionally doing that, right? But in the morning, I feel like most of us want our skin to have either a dewy finish, but don't want it to feel heavy, look greasy, or shiny. So if you have oily combination skin, picking that right moisturizer can help to keep your skin hydrated without adding heaviness or greasiness or shine. And some of the moisturizers can actually, because you're supporting your skin moisture barrier, help to dull some of the sebum production. Or if you want to take it to the next level, some of these moisturizers actually have a mattifying property, so that way it keeps your skin looking matte, so that way you don't look like super greasy and shiny a couple hours later. It really all depends. I personally feel like if you are oily combination skin, using one moisturizer that's lightweight that you like morning and night is great. But for dry skin, I do like using a more lightweight formulation in the morning that's elegant, that looks better under sunscreen and makeup. And then at night, because using retinoids, I get more easily irritated, going more with a cream is going to be better at supporting my skin barrier. All right, enough said. Let's talk about the products. Number one is Vichy's Mineral 89 Hyaluronic Acid Booster Serum and Gel Moisturizer. So this essentially, it's a mouthful, but it essentially is Vichy's Mineral 89 that I actually think of as a hydrating serum with additional benefits, but you can actually use it as a gel moisturizer. I mean, this is as lightweight as a gel moisturizer gets. You know, like I said, normally use this as a hydrating serum, but for those with super oily skin, especially in the summertime when it's hot and humid, I can see this being a good hydrating gel moisturizer because it's super lightweight, non-sticky. It's got great hyaluronic acid that's going to support your skin barrier, but at the same time, that Vichy's volcanic water, rich in 15 minerals, helps to strengthen your barrier, support your skin barrier without adding stickiness, heaviness, or greasiness. So I really only recommend this for those that have super oily skin to use in the hot and humid months. If you have more dry skin, like I said, this is better served as a hydrating serum that you could use before a lightweight moisturizer. Another option is Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. I mean, Hydro Boost is one of my favorite lines from Neutrogena. They have wonderful products. I mean, this line, this gel is great if you have like oily combination skin. It really helps to hydrate your skin with the hyaluronic acid and glycerin, adding, long-lasting moisture, plumping your skin without adding heaviness, shininess, or greasiness. It also comes in like a fragrance-free version, so options for everyone. And also comes in a water, in a gel cream that is great if you have like more dry skin to use in the morning, so that way it helps to keep your skin hydrated but still feels great and looks wonderful and elegant under sunscreen and makeup. Another option I really love is from Versed, their Dew Point Moisturizing Gel Cream. Again, another great gel cream formula. Highly recommend for those with oily combination skin that's lightweight, fast absorbing, but with the hyaluronic acid, the green tea, and the aloe, it really helps to support your skin barrier and soothe your skin barrier. So it's going to look elegant but feel light at the same time. Now, if you have more dry skin looking for more like cream options that again is lightweight, not heavy or greasy or shiny, two I recommend is number one from CeraVe. I really actually love their PM facial lotion, even though it's for PM. I often use it in the morning because it's oil-free lotion. It actually is great at supporting your skin barrier with the 3 essential ceramides and niacinamide, but does not add heaviness, greasiness, or shine. So it certainly is something that you could use in the morning if you have super dry skin but want something that's elegant, that's not going to add a lot of weight to your skin. Conversely, La Roche-Posay, their Toleriane Double Repair Facial Moisturizer, that one also comes in a cream as well as a matte version that's really ideal for oily skin that also adds some mattifying properties to temporarily mask that shine, which is a great option. But their Toleriane cream is really nice for those with dry skin. I actually love using this in the morning and evening to better support my skin barrier with the treatment use that I do at night. But this one, again, contains ceramide, niacinamide, glycerin, La Roche-Posay's thermal spring water. It's just a really elegant cream. I believe it's also oil-free, but it is a lightweight, supports your skin barrier, again, without making your skin looking shiny or feeling heavy and feeling greasy at the same time. Tip number 3 is add in an antioxidant. I am a true believer in antioxidants. I use one every morning, every single day. But for those who took a break and didn't feel like there was a need in the winter, because there is less sunlight during the winter, spring and summertime is when I think it's time to add into your routine. Most of us are spending more time outside. We are getting more sun exposure, and also there's longer periods of time where we have UV and visible light. What antioxidants do is it really offers additional protection, not only against UV light, but also visible light that can cause hyperpigmentation, skin barrier damage, and potentially age our skin faster. We know that UV lights do, but visible light is one that we're learning more about and could potentially cause more accelerated skin aging. The only way that we know of these days on protecting our skin from visible light is through antioxidants as well as tinted sunscreen. And so for those who don't wear tinted sunscreen, antioxidants is definitely a great way to go. Which antioxidants should you consider? Well, number one, my holy grail is C Ferulic from SkinCeuticals. The most studied vitamin C serum certainly is not cheap, but is definitely one worth the splurge. It's got 15% pure vitamin C that is really a good concentration that's effective, along with 1% vitamin E and 0.5% ferulic acid. It's really the combination, that ideal trio of antioxidants paired together to offer not only protection against UV, but as well as damage from visible light and pollution. So highly recommend if you're looking for a good vitamin C serum, especially if your concerns are uneven skin texture, skin tone, and anti-aging. Another option for those who aren't as interested in pure vitamin C antioxidant serums, those who can't tolerate it or just want some other options, I really like Avene. They're A-OXitive antioxidant defense serum, and this is really unique. Number one, I love Avene, especially if you have sensitive skin. They make wonderful products to soothe, support, and calm sensitive skin. This antioxidant serum contains vitamin E as one of the highlighted antioxidant ingredients, as well as ascorbyl glucoside, so a sugar derivative of vitamin C that may offer some antioxidant benefits, but really great at brightening the skin at the same time, along with GP4G, which is basically an energizing molecule that again serves as a form of antioxidant to help defend against environmental aggressors, along with hyaluronic acid and advanced thermal spring water. So just a great combination of good antioxidants as well as hydrating ingredients. And texture-wise, it's kind of this milky serum that's hydrating but not heavy or sticky. So it's another great alternative, because I feel like we always talk so much about vitamin C, but that is certainly not the only antioxidant that's available. This is another great option if you're just looking for something that's not pure vitamin C, and or you have sensitive skin and looking for something that you could potentially use without getting irritated. This would be one to consider. Tip number 4, not a typical skincare tip, but something I desperately need and I feel like many of us could benefit from, which is spring cleaning. And take this opportunity to not only just clean and declutter things in life, but also skincare. And this is a time where you can check all the products that has been open for the past year and see if they're still good according to kind of the timeline that they're good for on the bottle, like whether it's 6 months, 12 months, etc. Check the texture of the product, the color, the scent, to make sure that they're still usable and hasn't expired. Toss anything that's expired and just really go through things and kind of ask yourself, like, do I need this? Have I used it? Feel like I need to do that Marie Kondo with my skincare. Like, if I haven't touched it in a month or two, unlikely for me to use it again. So take this opportunity to really go through everything, so that way you are intentional about all the things that you use, and also making sure that you're using effective and products that are not expired, especially sunscreen. Also, don't forget your tools. Make sure that you're giving your tools, your makeup brushes, your tools a good clean. I mean, we should do this more than just once a year. There's so much bacteria that live on our brushes that can certainly flare acne. So we should be definitely doing this on a couple times a month basis, but make sure that we really dedicate opportunity to give them a good thorough clean. Also take this opportunity to organize your skincare products, and I desperately need that. I have them just sitting all over my shelf. I have 2 shelves in my bathroom, and I feel like it is time. I haven't done this, but it is time for me to go through them, because there are items that have not been opened, that have been sitting there for the past 2 years, and it's either I need to toss them or think about opening them up and using it. So I really love the concept of spring cleaning, not just for kind of things in life, but also for skincare and hair care products as well. Last but not least, tip number 5 is SPF, SPF, SPF. As mentioned earlier, during the spring and summertime, there's longer period of daylight out, and also the UV rays are stronger. Many of us are spending more time outside, so we definitely need to take better care of protecting our skin from harmful UV rays. In the winter, where often, especially if you live in a place that it's cloudy for most of the time, like Seattle maybe, it's certainly a good layer of sunscreen in the morning is all you need. And I do tell people, you have to kind of balance what makes sense, reality versus what we should be doing. Ideally we should be wearing sunscreen every single day, even in the winter, and then reapplying every 2 hours. But I definitely don't make that rule for myself, even during the winter when it's cloudy outside and if not going to be outside. But in the summertime, there's more UV rays, more visible light, and we're spending more time. So not only should we be wearing sunscreen every single day, having that good base layer in the morning, but we should also be reapplying every 2 hours, especially if you're physically active outside. And also make sure that you pick water resistant sunscreen if you're going to be outside for a long period of time. You're going to be active, sweating, or even swimming. And here I do find that it is helpful to opt for a higher SPF. So going beyond just 30, picking something like 60 or 45, something higher. Reasons being is that it doesn't give you better SPF protection. However, because we know that majority of us tend to under apply the amount of sunscreen, having a higher SPF does offer some additional protection. So it kind of makes up for the inadequate amount. So going with a higher SPF, something that water resistant, is what I typically recommend to all my patients during the spring and summer months. So what are some good sunscreen options that are elegant, lightweight, that you can use on face and body without feeling heavy, sticky? Because many of us don't like that feel sensation on our body. One is from La Roche-Posay, their Helios Melted Milk that is SPF 60. There is also one that's SPF 100 that I really save when I'm physically active outside. But this is a great chemical sunscreen that is lightweight, fast absorbing, great for face and body, and literally once it's absorbed, it does not feel like you have put anything on your skin. It's also water resistant and contains antioxidants along with chemical sunscreen that La Roche-Posay has patented called Cell-Ox technology that's been shown to actually boost the benefits of UV protection compared to just sunscreen alone. It is a great option for those seeking a good elegant sunscreen to use during the spring and summertime. And if you're looking for a good mineral filter sunscreen, check out EltaMD UV Clear Broad Spectrum 46. This is a lovely one, especially for those who have sensitive skin or even acne prone. Some individuals with acne or more prone to acne do feel like sometimes the chemical sunscreens tend to break them out more. We haven't fully understand that, but certainly that is something I've also heard before and have heard from my patients as well as followers alike on social media. But for some reason, if you're not fond of chemical sunscreen, this is a great option to pick. It is elegant, nice, wear alone or under makeup. It does not leave a white cast. Aside from the zinc oxide that is the mineral filter, it also contains a niacinamide that is great antioxidant. It helps to support our skin barrier, along with vitamin E, hyaluronic acid. That also just all around makes a wonderful formula to support your skin barrier, provide additional antioxidant benefits to skin. So highly recommend if you're looking for an elegant mineral filter, doesn't leave white cast, that doesn't feel heavy or sticky or greasy on the skin. Alright guys, so those are my top 5 tips for making the transition from winter to spring. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know if you have any questions below. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time.